If you're feeling overwhelmed by life, then this is going to be an amazing video for you. What's up? Chief Neef here. I know I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I got a bald head now, so it's really been a long time. A lot of things have happened since I last talked to you guys, but I want to start putting out videos again. So today's topic I really want to talk about is when you feel overwhelmed by life, right? You feel like a lot of things are going on, a lot of things are happening in your life, and it's becoming ever increasingly difficult to stay composed, to stay focused, to work on new things, right? Maybe you're on your entrepreneur journey and you're trying to work on like a new thing and you're trying to become a better person. Maybe you're in Hustlers University or you're not, or just whatever. You got out of school and now you're working on like a, hustle or whatever. And you're feeling overwhelmed, right? You feel the sense of like you're not sure what's going on. Every day feels scattered. You feel like your life is not linear. And I believe that happens because throughout our whole lives, we're taught that life is linear, right? We learn in school, do said thing, then complete X project, that leads to Y result, and then there's always an answer. There's always one correct answer. Whereas like when you get into real life, you realize there's a lot of different answers to everything in life, and that reality is constantly ebbing and flowing and ebbing and flowing. And so when you get out and things aren't linear, right, there's so many different directions you can go. There's so many different things you can learn. There's so many different paths that you can walk. It starts to give you this sense of overwhelm because you're like, oh shit, like what do I do? There's no right answer. What if I go this way or that way? And it leads to this sense of like panic. You feel like, shit, like what am I supposed to do? And that's all because of, like I said, life is not linear, and you have to learn how to accept that. You have to learn how to be able to be like, okay, you know what? Life is not linear. There's no right answer. I'm just going to pick a path, walk that path, and then as I go, I'm going to take lessons and learn things along the way. And that's why having mentorship and mentors is really good, because you can ask them questions about like, hey, do you think I'm going down the wrong path, right? There's so many times I've been in the war room and I've asked like different professors like, what are your thoughts on this, right? Like when you were doing this 2 years ago or 3 years ago, when you were in my position, what were your thoughts? What do you think I should do? And then like having an educated answer from someone who was where you were and where you want to be is what's going to help you a lot, as well as just taking a step back and looking out from a higher level and thinking, okay, you know what? There's no right answer. I'm not going to get in trouble if I do it wrong. There's no wrong. You just take things, you do them. You don't let that overwhelm take you. You just, you accept what it is. You're like, okay, life is not linear, and that's okay. And when you start to accept that, like, you know what, life's not linear, you start to stop panicking as much. You start to just learn to be okay with the calm and the storm. And there's a lesson inside Hustlers University that Andrew Tate put out. I think it was like lesson 32 or something. If that's actually right, then fucking crazy. I remember that. But basically, the amount of stress that you can handle in life, like increasing your stress tolerance, is going to increase your net worth. And the reason why is if you can handle more stress than most people, right, then you can handle more responsibility, right? So like, let's say you work for someone, the more stress that you can take off of them, the more that you can start charging them. And the more that when things just falling apart around you and you're just calm and collected, one, women will be way more attracted to you. Two, you'll make way more money because you're not gonna panic when shit goes wrong, right? You've seen so many things happen before. You're like, whatever, I've done this before, it happened before, whatever. I have no effect on the outcome. And when you let go of that, that's when you really start to live life. So that's what I wanted to make this video about. Just, zoom out, 3,000 foot view, as well as having mentors, and also just learning to accept it. And once you accept it and stop thinking like life needs to be linear, the more you can start enjoying life, right? So if you want to join Hustlers University, that's where I learned how to start copywriting. I'm basically making 6 figures a year now. I went from making nothing to 6 figures a year in a matter of like 6-7 months. So yeah, if you want to join, learn copywriting, the skill of copywriting. Again, I didn't make my money from affiliate marketing like everyone claims I did. Like, no, every single result that I've posted on my channel has been purely from copywriting. And I learned all of that from the professors in Hustlers University, especially Andrew, who's a freaking G. I just put him on the screen. That dude's a big G. I mean, just look at his fucking picture. I mean, the dude's scary. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to join, you want to learn from like millionaires and people who are crushing it in life, as well as potentially get, some help from me. I'm an apprentice in there. So yeah, if you want to come in, click the link in the description. It's going to say New Era Learning. So don't have that throw you off. That's just Tate changed the name because payment processors were no longer taking Hustlers University, because you get the dorks who come in and expect to be making $1 million within a fucking 2 months and they don't, so they dispute the transaction. So now we have like problems with payment processors. That's just what happens when you have 60,000 fucking students. You're gonna get a few dorks that are gonna ruin it. So they had to change the name to kind of mask it, so that's where you're getting the new Air Learning from. So yeah, anyways, if you want to join, click the link in the description, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
If you want to learn piano, you find someone who can learn piano, you learn from them, and you start training to be able to play piano. If you want to get rich, find somebody who's rich and start training to get rich right here, right now. This is a brand new way anybody can make money, even if you only have 50 bucks. I guarantee you will make money with this system. Hold on tight. We're about to get rich. Right here, Hustlers University.